in the studio. The last time I gave out that question, 𝐴kintayo won it, and I decided to double his winning for him. So I've got something else today, and let's see who's going to be my winner. But hey, we'll build up to the all-important AFCON qualifiers against the Squirrels of Benin at the Nest of Champions, of course, the one you also call the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. I mean, I gave you one of the best sporting edifices in Africa. Hey, you're welcome to the show. Big news, Victor Osimhen is finally in camp. 23 players all assembled. Yes, Promise Efoge joined us on the show yesterday, the media officer of the Super Eagles, and he said 22 of them are in camp and they are waiting for the poster boy, the star boy himself, the newly signed Galatasaray striker wearing jersey number 45. I mean, the way it was unveiled, you just know that there's going to be an amazing time next season, or this season rather, at the Turkish League. Hey guys, there's so much to talk about on the show today. You're welcome. The top 50 for the Ballon d'Or is also out. Is it 50 or 30? 30, yes. At the top 30 for the Ballon d'Or, some notable absence. Questions being asked, being raised, but where exactly is it going to go to? Is it going to be Rodri, or is it going to be Vinicius Jr., or perhaps it is going to be Jude Bellingham, or maybe, just maybe, it could go to a defender. You never can tell, guys. You saw the list yesterday. Let me start from you, Agbatomi. Another Thursday. We're gradually building up to the weekend. The first half of the game between Ghana and Angola just got concluded. We'll give you an update on that particular one as well. The qualifiers have started today, tomorrow, Saturday. It is all you want to expect and all you also want to imagine. 𝐴kintayo, Agbatomi, both of my guys are here in the studio. Good evening, guys. Let's get the conversation going. How's been your day, Agbatomi?
Yeah, very well. Very good day for me. It's Thursday, and yes, of course, it's been a very good day. Also, my eyes has always been on the update of Osimhen being in camp. You know, he did a lot of traveling. You know, all through yesterday and today, coming all the way from Turkey. You know, down to Nigeria, cruising on a private jet, and when he got to Uyo, right, I saw the notification as well. But then a beautiful day. Also, the AFCON qualifiers match day 1 has already commenced already today, and we are going to be seeing a lot of games. Also, as well, the Nations League games will also commence later tonight. And yes, it promises to be very exciting, and I'll also be looking forward to those games as well.
Amazing, as you heard. Don't worry, tomorrow I will give you the opportunity to predict the scores between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Squirrels of Benin. Remember, we have new sheriffs in town. Yes, there is the working one, Fidelis Ilechukwu, title-winning managers with Rangers, and of course, there is Ijabor, that's Daniel Ogumodede, the manager of Remo Stars, and of course, the former technical director of the Super Eagles, and now the acting manager of the side, that is Austin Eguavoen. 3 of them would, be trying to put up the best foot forward against Benin Republic this weekend. 𝐴kintayo, it's amazing time. Like I said, tomorrow I would allow you make your predictions, and I know times are tough, so we'll just give you some token to enjoy yourself when we come back on Monday. If you're able to get the correct score, I will predict if you get the correct score, then we'll double your winnings if you get the correct scorers. I mean, you know how we do it here. It is all about predictions, but don't worry, that is not today. Before you start sending messages, that will be tomorrow on the show. You predict the scores of the game between Nigeria and Benin Republic, and then we'll do some good giveaway. And if you're able to predict the scores and the correct scorers, you double your winning. 𝐴kintayo, it's a build-up. I mean, the energy is flying up, and a lot of people are saying, you know what, we have no business dropping points against Squirrels of Benin. In fact, we should use them to teach other people in that group some quality footballing lesson. What do you think of that?
It's going to be a fascinating game, trust me. You know, I believe that they understand the assignment, and the assignment is no draw, no loss. So it's just simple, in as much as they have that at the back of their mind, and they know that they need to compensate us, because it was a disaster. It was disastrous outing for the last international break, and this time around, this is like the last international break for the calendar year. By next year, we're already looking towards the World Cup in America, Mexico, and Canada for 2026. It's just going to be over a year, and yet we still don't have a substantive manager. Plenty of things to ponder about. I just believe that we should get something doing. They under 20, the Falconets, they lost 3-1 to Germany. It was
very, very painful.
It was a painful. Was a painful loss, and so far in the U.S. Open as well. Today, the world current number one, Jan Cena he won today and is going to be playing the British player, which is Draper, who has actually, that's world number 25, who has actually been a surprise so far this tournament. And in the early hours of tonight, we are going to have the first female semi-final between Navarro, the world seeded 13, against Sabalenka. Sabalenka lost in the last U.S. Open, against golf, and she won the Cincinnati Open going into this tournament, so she is in the right frame of mind. And with the top seeded, leaving, I believe that she should get that one for us, and that's going to be happening 12 a.m. tonight, and as well as the second semi-final is going to be holding between Pegula and versus Muchkova. That will be by 1:15 a.m. Nigerian time. So it's an exciting sporting event, and we'll just see maybe perhaps the Paralympians could just add a medal or more before the closure of the tournament.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Akintayo, for taking us through that quick run in other sports. We're going to come back and then we'll focus on the Super Eagles as we started the build-up yesterday with the media officer of the side, Promise Efoge. Join us for about 20 minutes of conversation in respect to the mood in camp. And, you can imagine how much more the mood will be right now with the arrival of Victor Osimhen. Is he going to lead the line against Benin Republic? We don't know yet, but let's keep our fingers crossed. Demola Lookman has also been included in the final 30 for the Ballon d'Or, the only African player in that list. Is that a sign that the African Baller of the Year award would remain in Nigeria? Time will tell. We'll talk about all of that on the show today. And because it's Throwback Thursday on Mainland FM, when we come back from our break, we lead you straight into one of my best collaborations of all time. The Band, Wandy Cole, and Don Jazzy, the remix of Why Me. Stick around with us. We'll be right back after our first commercials. Then we'll get straight up into the conversation. I'm seeing your messages already. Today is not prediction yet. Prediction is tomorrow, guys. I'll be right back.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM.
Last easy, e don sup. You dey interested in fish farming? Abi na to get fish farm for your compound when you no go change water with no odor, no antibiotic or chemical, and also with small money wey you go use to take achieve ogbonge results. For you to achieve that purpose, Turanda Limited and Organica Biotech India dey organize this 2 days training on innovative technology. And the speaker na Mr. Jude Onyemulese, wey be expert for aquaculture probiotic for Africa. For you to safeguard your seeds on that day, send yes to this number 080-3481-7123. Mind you, participation fee na 5,000 naira, and the training will take place for Lagos State on Saturday 7th and Sunday 8th of September 2024. Come make you widen your knowledge for fish farming.
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort of your home, office, or while you are on the move. No need to visit MTN office and join the queue. If you use a smartphone, you can visit nin.mtn.ng or dial *996 *4# on your MTN line. Just follow the instructions instruction and you are done in under 2 minutes. Remember, barring will start again very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like ⴅ and seasoned with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort of your home, office, or while you are on the move. No need to visit MTN office and join the queue. If you use a smartphone, you can visit nin.mtn.ng or dial *996 *4# on your MTN line. Just follow the instruction and you are done in under 2 minutes. Remember, barring will start again very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
Chai, my head, oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again, oh. This one with your body hot so. You don't do test? Yes, see result, oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people, oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine with a knock down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey can't pay. Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hood, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Guys, you need to check your NIN status. I cannot say this enough because the next batch of barring will start again soon. I know some of us have submitted our NIN multiple times, but your NIN has not been linked to your lines. Either because your picture on the MTN portal might be different from the one on your NIMC portal, or you got married and changed your name, or another person registered your line for you when you bought it, or you mistakenly used the wrong date of birth, and many other reasons. But don't worry, MTN has made it easier to link your NIN in just 2 minutes from the comfort of your home, office, or while you are on the move. No need to visit MTN office and join the queue. If you use a smartphone, you can visit nin.mtn.ng or dial *996 *4# on your MTN line. Just follow the instruction and you are done in under 2 minutes. Remember, barring will start again very soon. Link your NIN to avoid stories that touch. MTN, what are we doing today?
Are you interested in fish farming or having a fish farm in your home with no change of water, no unpleasant odor, no harmful antibiotics or chemicals at reduced costs with maximum results? Durandel Limited and Organico Biotech India presents a groundbreaking training on innovative aquaculture technology. Join leading expert in aquaculture probiotics in Africa, Mr. Jude Onemoliase, in Lagos State on Saturday 7th and Sunday 8th of September 2024. Don't miss out. Secure your spot by texting yes to 080-3481-7123. Participation fee is 5,000 naira. Take the plunge and transform your fish farming experience. Text yes to 080-3481-7123 and get ready to dive into the future of aquaculture.
Have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like ⴅ and seasoned with the rich taste of Knorr seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of no cubes. Today, eat for good.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. No long I'm the man. Must give like my Jamaican friends call me. When they go, more weeks records. Why me? Remix.
If you like what you see, and you like my body, cause you want my money, call me honey, your money. If you want my money, I go to your body, I don't know if the money you want, my body you want, baby, can you tell me why? You to try me, why? You to try me, why? You to try me, why? You to try me.
Follow me to Atlanta, I get them coconut.
Plenty, oh.
Follow me to Johannesburg, I get them coconut.
Plenty, oh.
Follow me to West London, I get them coconut.
Plenty, oh.
Follow me to Unilag. When time now reach to marry, to each one of them I go carry. Why I sing the song to help me know what you want from me. Shine on my body, spot on. Cash money, one to
And you say my body, cause you want my money, call me honey, your money. If you want my money, I go touch your body, I don't know if the money you want, my body you want, baby, can you tell me why? You to try me, why? You to try me, why? You to try me, why? You to try me.
okay, listen carefully. I got a note that wouldn't just let me be. And all you wanna do is have sex with me. And it ain't supposed to be. Sometimes I wonder.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was the remix of Why Me, the band, Don Jazzy, and the Black Diamond one, they called the Mojito era. Ladies and gentlemen, I missed that times. But of course, I do always say that 20 children cannot play together for 20 years. Some of that have to go. And I mean, I'm glad all of them are doing amazingly well for themselves, even though somebody calls the band an influencer. Irrespective of how you see, this is one of the is the CEO of one of the biggest record label, if not the biggest record label in Africa. Hey, welcome back to Sports Cruise. I'm sure you should have an idea of how this show runs. So good music in between, but because today's Thursday, we're not going to play you any of the songs from the 2015 or 17. No, I'm going to take you way back, and just like way back waves, we always run it. Hey guys, you're welcome back to the show. It's Sports Cruise, and then we took the first part to just analyze what to expect this weekend, especially as the Super Eagles of Nigeria will take on the Squares of Benin in a very all-important AFCON qualifiers. Let's see how we can start on a good note. The last time we won was around February this year. That was the semi-finals of the African Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast, where we eventually lost the finals to the host nation. We've not won since then. In between that period, we've had 2.5 managers. We have Jose Pacero that came and left. We had Finidi George that was there for, I think, about 6 weeks or thereabout. He also left. I said half manager because Bruno Labadia did not eventually resume. But of course, now we have the Cesaro. That is our own
top.
Our own.
Each time I want to describe him, I always remember the picture of what's his name now? Amaju Pini, where he said, like he's telling Nigeria that don't you guys have sense? Nigeria will qualify for Qatar. Don't you know the bilateral relationship? So I was looking at what Gavin also said when he said who does he pattern his game like, and he said you know Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola, yes. You cannot be Pep Guardiola, my friend. You are not Pep Guardiola, guys. Wait, amazing time. Before we get into this conversation, guys, I know we have a lot of expectations for the Super Eagles, but I want to have your thoughts on this real quick before I give you my trivia. And my trivia is going to be a bit easy but tough because I'll make sure that neither of you win my money. I want this win to go to the callers tomorrow.
But money has already surrendered his money for me.
How much is the money?
It doesn't matter.
No debate.
It doesn't matter.
See, the trivia is just for academics.
It doesn't matter. I think the last one I said, how many hat-trick did Dida concede? He didn't concede any hat-trick in his entire footballing career. And Akintan actually won that one. But I felt, let me be kind enough, so I doubled his win for him. Yes. So
funny enough, he didn't tell me. He didn't tell me.
Who are you? Are his account balance?
See life.
Which one is see life? See, Agbatomi, we need to face the facts. Just consider this for me, and let's.
So guys, but before I give out that question, guys, what is the minimum that Nigerians are expecting this weekend? Let's do this real quick. What is the minimum that Nigerians are expecting from the Super Eagles this weekend? Let's start from you, Akintayo.
A convincing win, that's all.
Okay, I mean, it's
a statement-making win.
A convincing win.
It's
even if it's 1 million, 1 million,
I don't care.
200, as long
just
as
beat those boys silly.
Even if they concede, it's not about conceding or not. It's about ensuring that you dictate the game, you play the game, you play as if you want to win, you put your lives on the line, and you make Nigerians proud.
Okay, I mean, it's a no-brainer, to be honest. I just want to see a convincing win, just like Iya said, probably over 3.5 goals, a clean sheet, and 3 points at the end of the day.
Absolutely. And, I also think that we need to get the ball rolling as quick as possible so that these guys will know that we didn't come to play. I mean, we have one of the best pitches in Africa. We have, we're very sure, well, maybe, the sport minister is from Akwai Ibom. So he may just get, and the president of the Nigerian Senate is also from Akwai Ibom. So you never can tell. Maybe they could just say, you know what, throw the window open, let the fans come into the stadium and watch the game for free. I mean, something to, make Nigerians a bit excited from all of these, dramas that is going on in the country right now. And I'm sure the players understand because they also feel the heat with the number of billings and demands they get every day. So they understand what is happening back home and they know that, hey, for that 90 minutes, make Nigerians happy. You don't have a choice. Whatever happens in the other game on the 10th of September away from home, I don't really care. But if you're playing at home here, make sure that Nigerians are happy by giving us an emphatic win. And I really hope that it gets into that. So my trivial questions. I'll give you 3 players that have retired from football and have turned pro in other sports. Then you also give me another 3. Are we good?
Just for football alone or other sports?
Retired from football, and went into other sports. First, is going to be former Arsenal and Chelsea goalkeeper Peter Cech. He's now playing professional ice hockey at the age of 42.
all I'm seeing here, not even Jam will do this. Not even Jam will do this.
I said I want the callers to win the money.
You don't want us to win this money.
The last one was pretty easy.
Why are you going for the obvious one?
Hang on now.
I don't know now.
The second one is a former Nigerian international West Brom player Osaze Odelwenge is now a Masters certified golfer. And the last one, but not the least, arguably the most successful player in Welsh football history, former Real Madrid superstar Gareth Bale, is also a professional golfer. So give me another thing.
If you've called those 3,
can I at least call one?
Going? Time is going. You have only 1 minute.
Funny enough, when you were saying that, I already had Peter Cech and Gareth Bale already in my mind.
I know where you people are coming from.
If you've called those 3,
I know where you people are coming from.
Can we check our...
No, you can't check. Yeah, you can't check because there's check in the list. Yeah.
Can we have... Let me.
I know you are using. You are buying time to calculate it for your head. You will not settle down.
Lucas Podolski.
He's in 2 sports. He's selling pizza. You're saying sports.
Come on, we can just add 1 or 2 to it.
Podolski is selling pizza.
He's also a pro.
He's also a pro.
I can give you a list of other football players that have gone into.
Do you know what you can give us?
Flamini is one of the richest men alive right now because of his clothing business. And his petrochemical investment.
But it's not in sports. It's just like
He said sports. He said sports.
I know. I'm saying that I
Can we
can
have
give you
another trivia
others.
question? Another trivia question.
Not even just that. Can we also have other sports included?
I said football.
You know, you need to throw it open. You know,
See, if you do other sport, I can give you 100 other athletes that have gone into something else. In fact, some that have even turned to strippers, I can give you all of their names. Yes, now former track and field queen, American. If an Olympian that have gone into something, they have crossed into the threshold. I can give you all those ones.
See,
But this thing, you will not win my money today.
Give us another question.
Another trivia question. I mean, because if you've called those three, well.
Come on.
If I wanted to set you people up, I wanted to give you the question before I went on that paper. I said, these boys, you people can use eyes to control your phone and go to search. You know, it's not going to work, guys. So we'll roll the money over and the people will win it tomorrow. So it's going to, see, guys, see, the callers have won this evening. I deliberately gave that tough question so that they will not win, so that we can add their money to your rollover. So, guys, by tomorrow on the show,
it's not as if we don't know the answer, but we are just kind enough to just
money. You don't know it.
Let's just
You better get your gun.
I think really find free money.
My guy, they can say 5K. 5,000. Because the winning was supposed to be 5,000, by the way. So we roll it over. So, guys, tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m., you have to drop your predictions for the scores of the Super Eagles versus the squares of Benin tomorrow. And if you're lucky enough, you can predict the scorers, so we'll double your win. So if you're supposed to win 2,000, we give you 4,000 if you can get the correct scores and the correct scorers. You know how good we can be. We're good guys here. We know how tough things are. So just imagine what 4,000 I can do for you for a weekend, guys. Hey, it's about to go down, but you'll have to wait till tomorrow. If you send your predictions today, they don't count. So, guys, let's start from here. The final 30 list for the Ballon d'Or is out, and it's raised a lot of questions. I can tell you. Let me start from you. A lot of people have said, hey, there's no Jamal Musiala in that. He had a big season. He didn't do too badly at the Euros as well. You know, for Germany, the host nation, he was the highest goal scorer for Germany. He didn't do too badly, about 3 goals and an assist or thereabouts. Then the conversation around Rodrigo as well. I mean, he was part of that team that drove Real Madrid to the double, winning the Spanish La Liga, reclaiming it from Barcelona, and also the Champions League. Some really key vital goals that you cannot take away from him. But he was also missing in the final 30. I can tell you, what do you make of that list? And for the second year running, we have back-to-back Nigerians. Victor Osimhen was the last one. He finished 8th, by the way, which is, I think that's the highest any Nigerian had ever gotten to. Then there's also Demola Lookman. Amazing season with Atalanta. We'll also look at the other ones. Club of the Year, Coach of the Year, and Young Players of the Year as well. Guys, let's start from the final 30. When you saw the list, I can tell you, expected, predicted, or you think a lot of names should have been on that list that are not there?
Well, it was, to me, it was majorly expected. You know, obviously when you have to fit in the best of the best in the top 30, you know, there's no way you would not offend some persons. There's no way some persons will not take offense when the lists are out. You know, one of the amazing facts is this is the first time since 2003 that neither Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo will be will be shortlisted. So it says a lot. And one of the major things that made me happy, you know, many people is not getting spoken a lot about is the South African goalkeeper. You know, that's the first time an African goalkeeper.
A lot of you feel no Bali should have been there.
You know, when you look at the season compared to the season he had, you know, you can't really compare. But so far, you know, the beauty of it is having Ademola Lookman being recognized. You know, it shows that no matter how you look at it, trophy also counts.
Wasn't Nigeria's best player last season?
Arguably.
Ahead of Victor Boniface, unbeaten the entire season. He won treble.
When you look at
Boniface won three trophies.
He won 2 last year. He won 2 last year and also won 1 at the beginning of the season.
The one he won at the beginning of the season was from last year.
Yeah, it was from last year.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can't.
Atalanta only won the Europa League. Of course, hat-trick in the final is big.
Exactly.
But Victor Osimhen was the highest goal scorer for Bayer Leverkusen last season. They went the entire season unbeaten. Despite the fact that he was injured, he missed AFCON. He still ended the season in double figures for goals and assists. They went ahead to win the German Cup. He also got really important goals for them en route.
I think continental championships
must be. But there's Alonso in the Coach of the Year. There's Bayer Leverkusen seen in the team of the year
as well.
See, it is not just that. You also need to factor that he also had injury. He also had injury at the critical stages of last season. He didn't play for 2-2.
I think like 4 months.
Yeah, thereabouts.
So, that's also impacted him. He had just barely 14 goals a season. When it was
14 goals a season in a team that they had about 5 plus 10 scorers.
For personal achievement,
even Granit Xhaka made the final 30.
See, for personal achievement, he had a brilliant season. But when you look at Granit Xhaka being there, it was not just
there was Fabian Reeds. There was Xhaka.
If those that you mentioned we had injury of 3-4 months, trust me, they would not be there. It was just unfortunate that he didn't get to pick up the shine. And where it matters the most, that was at the Europa League final, where Ademola Lookman shined. Many people felt Boniface should have started that game or not. Plenty of things were being deliberated. I don't really feel bad, for him not being nominated. I'm pretty sure that would actually spur him to actually do better this season. In the Nations Cup, everyone knows that Ademola Lookman was arguably Nigeria's best player. He was the one.
He was. Arguably, he was. Maybe one Bali, you want to put it in between. But Ademola Lookman was explosive for us.
He came up with the clutch goals when we needed it in the quarterfinals against Cameroon, against Angola. So he was very instrumental, and he was also instrumental for his club's title chances.
First European title.
Hat-trick in the final.
And those hat-tricks were
I think that was instrumental.
See, it's not just an African. When you look at the history he made, it was not just the first African player to score an hat-trick in an European final. It was the first player to ever score an hat-trick in an European final. Either the Champions League, the Manchester United, or the Chelsea's league. You know that he was up to the task. And come on.
I can tell you have bad mouth. Which one is Manchester United and Chelsea?
They understand, we don't need to go. When we start mentioning they will take sense to us. So
Man, you fans, Chelsea fans, come and claim yourself.
See, having Xhaka alone proved if it were to be just about compensating everyone, that means the old 30 should be about the old Bayer Leverkusen's team. Even Frimpong had a massive season.
As a wing back, he was dropping key stuff.
He's also not there, so you can't really just say we can't just speak based on. We can talk about the Nigerian sentiment of but those 2-3 months that he was not there, was really other key. People were doing the job, and Saka was part of those that were doing the job. So
if you do club for club, maybe both of them cancels each other out. But of course, the African Cup of Nations was really key for Ademola Lookman.
The short video that was done for him, it was also added that African Nations Cup runner-up and winner of UEFA Champions League, UEFA Europa League. So it shows that they recognized those efforts. So you can't just rubbish that and
let's just run through the list. There's Jude Bellingham for Real Madrid and England. They got to the final of the Euros and they lost back-to-back losses now. There's Çalhanoğlu, that's for Inter Milan.
It was very pivotal for Inter. It was
key for Inter Milan's run. It was really, really important for them. There's Dani Carvajal, which a lot of people think is not even getting enough recognition. And I understand why. For me, I feel it's an aberration to the spirit of the sport when you give defenders or goalkeepers the
best players.
And let's get it straight. I mean, they're also part of the team,
of course.
But the beauty of football is goals.
Yeah.
So when you give someone that prevents goals from being scored, it took Fabio Cannavaro an exceptional season. He won the treble with Juventus, won the double with Juventus, and then he led Italy to win the 2006 World Cup. So I mean, it was almost like this was made for him. And since then, we've not had a defender won the Ballon d'Or.
Was close to winning it in 2018.
He wasn't going to win it. He wasn't going to win it. I feel like if what makes the football interesting is goals, you can't be recognizing people that prevent the goals from coming in. It's a massive contradiction, by the way. Like I said, no disrespect to the defenders that are doing some tremendous job. There's Ruben Diaz. There's Artem Bovic. There's Phil Foden, English Premier League Player of the Season. There's also Alejandro Grimaldo. We mentioned him, recently when we were talking about Bayer Leverkusen. There's Erling Haaland. There's Mats Hummels. There's Hurricane, there's Tony Cruz, there's our own Demola Lookman, there's Emiliano Martinez, the Copa America, and also winning a Champions League slot for Aston Villa. Massive player. There's also Lautaro Martinez. He won the double. He won the Scudetto with Italy, and he won the Copa America.
He's the most deserving of the
That's my own Ballon d'Or winner.
He also won the Copa America.
Of Alvarez?
Of course.
Yes.
Ooh. He was the highest goal scorer at the recently concluded Copa America.
He was also the highest goal scorer in the Italian Serie A.
He had a great season, winning the double.
That's a good shout, actually.
No,
that's a good shout.
I just feel he's the most deserving of the Ballon d'Or award. If you're going to be
he's not just having the PR that the Blancos did not have.
Exactly.
You know, they keep on paying.
Catch yourself.
Keep on paying the media PR. Come on. You can't tell me Vinicius deserves.
There's Kylian Mbappé, there's Martin Odegaard, Arsenal's captain, there's Dani Olmo. Well, good guy also. But of course, I think all of that is basically about what he did at the Euros. For RB Leipzig, he didn't do anything out of the ordinary and all of that. There's Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
And I think his case is a one-eyed man in the league of blind people. I'm sorry, Chelsea, that's your sub. There's also Declan Rice, there's Rodri, there's Antonio Rudiger, there's Bukayo Saka, there's William Saliba, there's Federico Valverde, there's Vinicius Junior, there's Vitinha. Big shout. There's Nico Williams. Well, there's also Nico Williams.
Just based on.
And there's also Florian Wirtz. There's Granit Xhaka. And there's Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is just 17, by the way. And he's already getting the Ballon d'Or top 30. Is this guy a generational talent?
He is. This is his first professional.
At 17.
Last season was his first professional season.
That's crazy, man.
And he had that ridiculous season. You know, one thing we need to let the audience know that the Ballon d'Or is for the European best player. It was before they merged with the FIFA, and eventually they had to break again. FIFA is having their own, and so that's why you see some certain players that did well for their countryside in Euros, and you don't see them having a shot at the top 30. You know, it's very unfortunate. Perhaps if the German had actually, if Marcelo had a good campaign, a very good campaign at the Euros, maybe then getting to the quarterfinals or semi-finals, perhaps he could have a shout. But you know, Bayern Munich had a disastrous season last year. It was very terrible. That is one of the most terrible seasons Bayern Munich had ever had in a very long time. Coupled with the fact that the German side, they did pretty well in the first two group stages against Switzerland. Switzerland matched them toe to toe. Only equalized by in the last minute, and they were knocked out by the eventual winners, Spain, in the second round. So you could really see the reason why Musiala was not there, and the only reason why a case could be for Vinicius. He had a brilliant season. For Real Madrid. They won the Champions League, even though they had a disastrous campaign at the Copa America. But you could as well make a case for him of having a good season in the Champions League.
Can I put you guys on the spot? A lot of people felt the Euros and the Copa America was going to be a big decider between Vinicius Junior, Kylian Mbappé, and Jude Bellingham. In fact, three of them were in the running for the Ballon d'Or, but three of them had disastrous European and the Copa America. Vinicius Junior didn't have anything good for Brazil. They got knocked out in quarterfinals. Jude Bellingham also, well, some decent run. They lost in fact. Maybe if he had won, it would have been an all-time favorite right now. I mean, the Champions League and the Euros. But there's also Kylian Mbappé that scored only one goal at the Euros. So it takes them a bit balance it off. But there's Denny Cavaya. He won the Champions League. He won the Euros.
There's also Rodrigo as well.
There's also Rodrigo, but Rodrigo didn't win the Champions League. Rodrigo only won the Euros.
He didn't win the Champions League.
And he was instrumental for the Euros.
Instrumental for Spain.
For Spain, he didn't get the miss.
Yamal was arguably the best players at the Euros. So do you want to put that forward?
Everyone expected the Euros and Copa America to be the deciding factor.
Exactly, but the three players at the running, they flopped their lines.
They flopped their lines, exactly. And just like you mentioned, Danny Cavani Maguire is well deserving if it happens, that it happens to become the Ballon d'Or winner. I think I wouldn't have any form of shout. But one thing I want us to realize the fact that, or one thing I will disagree with is the omission of Rodrigo.
That's what I'm going to.
I mean,
and I'm going to start with you now that you brought the conversation up. Well, maybe the Copa America also didn't do Rodrigo Goes a lot of good. So he's obviously not one of the poster boys in the Champions League. You still want to mention Jude Bellingham. You want to mention Vinicius Jr. I mean, you still look at Toni Kroos. I mean, the fact that he was resigning and everything. A lot of people also felt that if he had won the Euros with Germany, it should have been the icing on the cake for him. Just give him the Ballon d'Or. He's leaving and all of that. But Rodrigo also gave some amazing performances on route of Madrid, winning the Champions League.
He was instrumental. I remember the semi-final against Manchester City.
What?
It was
that crossfield pull-out from Valverde, the control, the finish.
Goal, I mean,
it was crazy.
I just feel Rodrigo is very, very underrated at that Real Madrid side. And, even before the arrival of Kylian Mbappe, he was always, behind the shadow of Vinicius Junior. And I think it's even worse now, with the inclusion of Kylian Mbappe. I just feel Rodrigo needs to leave.
I think Don Carlo, that's Carlo Ancelotti is finding a way to bring all of them into the game.
But there can never be balance.
He's got a crazy goal in that 3-0
there can never be balance, Okoyemi. I mean, you can't have 3 captains in a ship. That's just the issue. You can't have 3 captains in a ship. I think the most important thing for Rodrigo is to find a place that is. I mean, Neymar Jr. Went on his IG and commented and said, Rodrigo deserves to be at least in the top 5 best players of the world.
I think so too. But hey, there's a song for both of you on Facebook. Ali Abdulrahim is talking to us on Facebook, and he says, "Good evening, guys. You guys can banter Chelsea, exclude Agbatomi. Barca fans can banter Chelsea, but have you forgotten that you are using your future income to settle bills? I can tell you, I pity you." Let's pick a couple of calls. Wumi is talking to us. Hello, Wumi. Good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen, in the studio.
The Ballon d'Or final 30 is out. What do you make of that? And, what are your expectations for the Super Eagles this weekend?
See, okay, you should church mind. Let me clearly say,
I don't have church mind, though. We church mind. I don't have any mind anywhere.
Let me say hello to those lovely guys beside you.
Go on, please.
And Agbatomi.
Yes,
man, you guys are lovely, man. You are marvelous.
I appreciate it.
See, let me quickly say something. This list lay credence to that age-long argument that are not being prevalent among the particular school of thought who believe that maybe strikers are much more pronounced, are not much more considered than other players on the outfield. If you say now Rodrigo, it's like this is what they did. They sacrificed Rodrigo for some other name because they don't want it to be like underline this
Wumi, who would Rodrigo have replaced in that team?
They don't want it to be like Real Madrid. It was watched by the league was watched by Real Madrid. Look at that, they have about 3 guys there. And then for Jude Bellingham, it's going to be that down to his personal effort, his personal thing. Because you're not going to consider his national duty. It's not like this. No, the 3 Lions, the 3 Cups, according to Walkway, they've not been doing anything much. So it's going to be down to what he does at Real Madrid. He didn't achieve much at Dortmund. So now he came over to Real Madrid, he's getting the limelight. So the list, nothing much wrong with it.
Thank you.
Rodrigo, but they sacrifice him for other names.
Thank you very much.
They don't want to be like dominated by Real Madrid.
Thank you very much, Wumi. Thank you very much. Well, but then I actually don't think I want to totally agree with the fact that Jude Bellingham was not getting the spotlight at Borussia Dortmund. He was getting absolutely. If you don't get the spotlight, Real Madrid will not
he has always had that PR.
He's always had that space.
Always been pushing him every now and then.
It's not just a fake PR as such. It's justified.
It's very, very justified.
Captained the team for 2 years. And he gave everything he could give. German Player of the Year for 2 years. He was Borussia Dortmund Player of the Season for 2. I mean, come on, guys. He's got all of his numbers. 09136000410. We'll pick this card and we'll go on our next musical break. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good to have you join us on the show. Your name and where you calling from?
This is Gift. I'm calling from K2.
Gift from K2.
I can't even start talking about Rodrigo because everybody have already said the same thing I was going to say. So you keep asking who was he supposed to
replace from that squad.
we should not use this sentiment whether someone is a 17-year-old or 16-year-old. We're talking about football. He's already playing mature football. You can't have Lamine Yamal on that list and you don't have Rodrigo on that list.
True.
Rodrigo had a better goals, he had better assists, he had better contribution. And when you talk about Rodri, I feel some people just don't want the Real Madrid player to win the Ballon d'Or. That's the problem.
We understand the campaign.
Because let me make it clear. Even in the Spanish team, Rodri was not the top 5 player in the Spanish team. It's as clear as daylight. Even in the final where he was needed the most, he did not complete the final. So how come people are talking about Rodri? For Ademola Lookman, he merits it. We have to agree about that. And for the Super Eagles, I wish them well tomorrow. You know, Nigerians are angry at the moment. We are buying fuel with our nose, so when they be able.
If you buy fuel, use generator, watch that game tomorrow. They know with problem good deal. This one says if Nigeria don't qualify for the World Cup, NFF is doomed. Please tell Егоᴜᴜᴜ to work, and the NFF should be careful. Amaju Pinnick is the worst NFF president in Nigeria. That's from Comrade Kobuku. He said they've thrown the window open twice, and on both occasions we lost. I don't care if we open the Maracana Stadium. My concern is just for them to give us the win. Okay, look, one is too much. I don't know what Osimhen did to Napoli, and probably because he lost a crucial penalty after helping them win the Scudetto last 2 seasons. Okay, even life, there can never be a balance. So for Rodrigo Jr. and Vinicius Jr. Okay, let me talk to Coyote. We got a bit late. Mr. Samuel, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
How are you?
We're good, and you?
You are saying who should Rodrigo replace? What are all those Arsenal players doing there? Have you take a look at all the Arsenal players? What did they win?
Bukayo Saka.
All of them, they are playing there.
They deserve it.
Even Odegaard.
They all deserve their places.
Okay, now I'm tough, but let's go for our first musical break, and then I think we've just been really talking. When we come back, I will still continue with the conversation, and I'll also want to take your thoughts on this list, and then we also touch quickly, guys, the team of the season and the coach of the season. Interesting times. Let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. It's Sports Cruise live on Milan 98.3 FM.
What is it like to without the family? It be like you taking me back without something. I can't imagine my life without you, baby. I don't go leave you for no one, baby. You put that on my arm and it's gonna go fire, baby. I'll never leave you for no one. DJBmusic.com. I'll be there for you. Oh, baby, I'll be there for you. I'll be your in the matter when you're there. Even if it's for a go, I'll come for you. Baby, I'll be there for you. See this love of the way that's on fire. That's what my baby girl, I know forever. I will continue to forever inspire. Hey, let's be there to me. I must go back, say, I'm not going to believe it. I said, I'm going to go back for that. If I lose you, baby, I will burn everything. Madness, no one to describe my mood. One time, if I like a lie, baby, just hold me. I'll be there. Oh, baby, I'll be there for you. I'll be your in the matter you day. Even if we get for it, we go. I'll come for you. Baby, I'll be there for you. Baby get all of the qualities, if I know baby get a good girl. Baby get all of the abilities, baby find a baby get a good well. I can't Anybody want try? The girl like you, baby, just call me. I'll be there for you. Oh, baby, I'll be there for you. You're in the middle of you there. Even if you get for it, I'll come for you. Baby, I'll be there for you. Baby, just call me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sports Cruise live on mainland 98.3 FM. We're the home stretch right now. And don't forget the big one tomorrow from 6 to 7 p.m. We'll take your predictions as regards the Super Eagles game against the Squirrels of Benin at the very, very beautiful next of champions in New York, the one you call Godswill Akpabio Stadium, and that is where the Super Eagles of Nigeria would attempt to win their first game since February. That's the semi-final of the African Cup of Nations, where they lost the finals to host nation Cameroon, the one you call the gold in silver. I mean, just a little celebrity of mediocrity, but it's okay. We understand. I mean, when you've not tasted so much goodness in a while, whatever it is that touches your lips, it tastes really good. Well, we're back on the show, and I decided not to make my guys win because I wanted you to win more tomorrow. So from 6 o'clock to 6:30 tomorrow, I will take your predictions, and then if you're able to get the predictions correctly, you have a gift. In fact, it's you have a win, you have a token already. But if you now got the predictions correct enough, and then you're able to get the people that will score the goals, will double your win tomorrow. That's what you do on Mainland FM. All we do is win, win, win. That's exactly what it is, guys. 0913-600-0410. We're looking at the top 30 Ballon d'Or list that was released yesterday. We've analyzed the list, who should be there, who shouldn't be there. But guys, I'm going to ask you, before we look at the coaches of the year and the club size of the year and other categories, Akita, your top three, straight off, your top three, no analysis, just your top three.
For the Ballon d'Or, for the coaches. Yeah, for the Ballon d'Or. I'm going to be going for Lautaro Martinez.
Lautaro Martinez, Argentina, Inter Milan, Scudetto, and the Copa America. Rodri also won Vinicius. Rodri won the Euros and the Premier League.
Yes, and it was pivotal. He only lost one in over 68 or 64
So
games.
your call is Lautaro Martinez, Rodri, and Vinicius in no particular order, right?
Yeah, in no particular order.
Okay, Agbatome, let me have yours.
It's going to be in order. It's still going to be in that order.
It's going to be in that particular order. Vinicius winning first.
Nope.
Lautaro Martinez winning. Rodri second, and Vinicius third.
Straight up.
That's on tough call.
I don't know why I have the intuition. I just have the intuition that Vinicius is going to win the Ballon d'Or, and followed by Rodri, then maybe Carvajal or Lautaro Martinez.
You guys have taken Jude Bellingham out of the conversation. He was the poster boy.
He's a PR student. See, I don't want to
talk. Probably going to be in the top 5.
Do you see what happened to him in the last game?
Probably going to be in the top 5.
After Mbappe scored, when he noticed that the camera was on him, he started celebrating. See, these are the things that we celebrate. Only Real Madrid celebrate things like that.
We don't celebrate mediocrity, please. Yeah. We don't celebrate mediocrity.
You just mentioned Real Madrid,
yeah.
I didn't mention Real Madrid. That is what Madrid keep on doing. You know, they keep on pushing PR. And the only reason why Vinicius is there is for the fact that he has a story. And you know, and with the world, you know, when there's a story attached to a sporting year, it makes it intriguing, and you know they always feel like they should compensate the winner.
I just have the feeling that Vinicius will win.
I feel like removing the plug of your mic. I feel like removing the plug.
I know you can always control it, but just
let me just pity you.
Just be one.
Guys, talk to us. You've heard the final 30 for the Ballon d'Or. Who do you think should be your top three? 0913-600-0410. Real quick, talk to us. Who should be your top three? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Comrade Koboko, that place you are calling from is too loud, though. Are you doing green and yellow already? Keep it up. 0913-600-0410. Give us your top three of the Ballon. I can tell you, the team of the season, do you have it?
Yeah, For team of the season, we have Real Madrid, we have Borussia Dortmund, we have Girona, Bayer Leverkusen, and we have Manchester City.
Where should I go to, Agbatomi?
Real Madrid.
I can tell you should run on the coaches of the
Real Madrid, no doubt.
So Real Madrid
won the Champions League.
I think Girona had a crazy season.
I'm tired and sick of people just putting more credence to just a 6 to 8.
You should be.
Come on,
you should be.
We have to talk about the season. I don't want to go there.
Real Madrid should win it.
He goes to Real Madrid.
Manager of the season, guys.
Oh yeah, manager of the season, we have Xabi Alonso, we have Carlo Ancelotti, we have the Luis de la Fuente of Spain, we have Gianpiero Gasperini of Atalanta, we have Pep Guardiola, and we as well have Lionel Scaloni.
Scaloni of Argentina.
To me, that's if we have to go by trend based on antecedents.
I think I'll give Scaloni.
Exactly, because when you look at who won the 2012 European Championship, which was Vicente Del Bosque. He won it on the back of winning the World Cup in 2010
and win the European Championship.
And this is the same thing that Del Bosque had done. He won the first Europa. Scaloni won the first Copa America.
Won the World Cup and the Copa again.
Come on,
I think he's going to go to Luis de la Fuente. To be honest,
for
Spain. I just feel he's going to go to Spain.
Though with a young squad, a lot of people didn't see that win coming. That makes a lot of sense, guys. We've come to the end of the package today. Like we said, tomorrow we have a lot for you guys to win. I mean, but the win will not come until Monday. But of course, you know that if you predict tomorrow, you can be calculating that my win is coming on Monday. And we said it, if you get the correct scores, you would get something. But of course, if you are able to predict, the scorers will double your win. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. Akintayo Agbatomi, and to everyone I called all of your messages and of course your drops on Facebook, we say thank you. Tomorrow by 6 o'clock, the show returns on Mainland 98.3 FM. My name is Okwayemi. Can I give you some good music to enjoy today? I played you Solid Star featuring Tu Baba, One Baby, and I also played you The Band, One The Cole, and Don Jazzy, Why Me Remix. Stay safe, guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and bye for now.